The pain, yeah, that's the cure. Cause if you think that you can ignore depression, you might find that it won't ever leave until you feel your feelings and don't ignore the pain.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss popular mainstream music, and in this video you see the title. It is Chloe Bailey the next new Beyonce? Okay, now that's a very strong word to say because there's a strong stigma when people compare people to Beyonce. You know, it's always like, you know, they're uncomparable, no one can be the next Beyonce, or the Beyonce's shoes are too big to fill. But I'm not here to do literal comparisons. I'm here to do more theatrical, artistic, ideological comparisons, meaning that they're not literally going to be the next Beyonce or the next this. It just means that this artist is the best representation of this legendary artist for their generation. And I think Chloe Bailey is the best representation of a new version of Beyonce, or the Beyonce of the Gen Z generation. So let's get into it. But before we get into that, if you enjoyed the little snippet of music in the beginning of this video, that is my music. Definitely check it out, guys. I really appreciate the support I've been getting lately for my music. You can check it out here on YouTube. All you have to do is type my name, Sam Dolphin, and my music will pop out. You can also stream my music on Spotify and Apple Music. So definitely check it out, guys. I really appreciate the support, and let's get back into the video. So Chloe has been, especially in the beginning of her career, compared to Beyonce as being the next, and she's even signed. She's under Beyonce's management in Parkwood, her along with her sister. And this video is Chloe the next new Beyonce because when it comes to Beyonce and her aesthetic and style, Chloe, as one of the new R&B pop artists of the newer generation, she, to me, definitely is the closest to Beyonce, especially when you look at their style, their abilities, their singing, their vocals, and their talent. Chloe is definitely the closest, especially when you see her amongst all the other R&B girls, Victoria Monet or Tinashe or Normani. It would be Chloe Bailey, because not only can Chloe Bailey dance and get it down, and her dancing, to me, her style of dancing is very similar to Beyonce. It's very seductive, it's very sexual, it's very feminine, it's very curvy, it's very like exotic, you know, a lot of gyrating and all that type of stuff. So the style of dance is very much Beyonce. You know, that to me is also what switches Normani, because Normani to me is a little bit more like masculine, like she's more closer to a Janet Jackson. But Chloe Bailey is definitely dance style with Beyonce, but also her vocals. Chloe can sing, and out of all the R&B pop girls that can dance, you know, Chloe is the one that can sing really well and dance.
So if you tryna lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, boy. Open, that you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you tonight. Tell me if you're coming through.
Which is very much like a Beyonce thing. Beyonce can dance, but Beyonce also is a vocalist, can really sing. And that is Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey can get it down. She can give you a dance R&B record, but she can also sing her butt off. Sing her butt off. And even some of the quirky things that she does in her voice, like the like, even that is similar to Beyonce. So you can hear the similarities even in their sound. But when it comes to talent, Chloe Bailey has the talent. She has the dancing and she has the singing and the performing abilities just like a Beyonce. I mean, her breath control is absolutely amazing. Her live vocals is absolutely amazing. You've heard Chloe Bailey sing. She can really sing her ass off, and she can move simultaneously at the same time. Okay, even her image, her clothing, her sex appeal, very Beyonce-like, with the silhouettes and the leotards, and, you know, that sex appeal even that is very similar to Beyonce, you know, and you could tell she's really been inspired. So she definitely, out of all the girls, she's definitely the closest because her style and her sound and her talent and her abilities are closest to Beyonce. It's the most similar. It's like she's Beyonce's daughter, really. Now, Chloe Bailey has been out for some time, a couple of years, and she hasn't had like this like big blown out success. Okay, so the in terms of the numbers and the success, she still has a lot of work to do. And you know, she's in a different time that definitely has a lot to do with the time that she's in. This is the streaming era. So people aren't buying music anymore. It's just so much more harder to be a big mainstream artist. Also with social media, you know, MTV is not the thing. It's not the radio, you know, so it's so much more harder to be popular as a mainstream artist. And she doesn't have the strongest association with Beyonce. Even though she's signed under the Beyonce, she's not necessarily with her. Like, for example, I thought it would have been an amazing opportunity for Chloe to open Beyonce's tours. I thought that would be an amazing way to introduce her and push her albums out even more, but she didn't really get that opportunity. So her career didn't really take off in that sense, but in terms of the potential, the artistry, the style, very much there. Even her sound and her music, R&B, up-tempo dance R&B, like very, very, very much there. You know, the only thing is just her career hasn't taken off the same way. And to me, again, it just has to do with the eras that we're in. You know, artists are just not as popular as they used to be. So that's something out of, you know, her control. But in terms of when it comes to the closest comparison to the next Beyonce, it is 100% definitely Chloe Bailey. She has a skill, she has a talent, she has so much. It's reminiscent of Beyonce. So tell me what you guys think about that. Do you think Chloe is the next new Beyonce, or has the most potential, or represents that in the most artistic level? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, okay? Keep it nice. Also, don't forget to check out my music as well too. All you have to do is stream it on Spotify and Apple Music, and you can check it out here on YouTube. Just type my name, Sam Dolphin, and it'll sure pop up. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.